Hello, this is the chat brought to you by Litins and Arise Education. My name is Vicky, and these are my people. They're going to tell you their names, and then we'll go on from there. We'll start from this.
Yes, thank you. My name is Kalisa Dani, and I'm studying at Kagame Secondary School. I'm doing Hague, and I'm in Senior 5.
My name is Shamira Kalema, studying at St. Alois Magana, Senior 6, Hague.
Great boys. I am 19 years of age. I study at Kagama too. I study that big guy. Thank you.
So today's topic is how necessary is it for a teenager to care about their finances and specifically saving? So all the people in this panel are big money people. Like they have this love and passion for money. So that is why we thought they were specific and good for this kind of conversation. They're going to tell us all about money and their savings and experiences and everything like that. So Boris, I'll go with you first. Why is caring about money at your age important? Why would you say it's important?
Money gives me life. Money gives me life. Money defines the kind of life you must live in. So which means me caring for money is like, like trying so hard to be a money dealer so that in the end, or in my future, I get to be someone rich, I get to have different accessories, I get to have houses, I get to get whatever I want. So it's so nice to get to know money or get involved into money at my young age because it will define who I really become in the future.
Yeah, so for you it's all about the future and the kind of life you will lead.
Preparing my future.
Yeah, so Shamila, how about you? Why is it so important for you to care about money at such an age?
Well, at my age, as in I'm 20, so about caring money, you see when we're at school, we're just caring about mandas. You don't even think of saving. That's an issue that we're having actually, these high school students. So coming back to saving, this is something that you have to be taking into consideration because as teens, we are the future generation, we are heading somewhere we'll be needing more money, as in taking into consideration the condition our country is in now. You could be thinking about people who did not save for their future. How are they surviving today? So then this is something which has to be teaching us and then showing how we have to be taking this into consideration. We have to be saving because sometimes you just need these things because people who are still studying, you just can't think as in the future, how am I going to be surviving? You're just thinking about your parents that they are going to be helping you. But then in the future, these parents won't be there anymore. As in, even when you get done with high school, sometimes you want to be having those parents. So then we have to save for our things. Let's not consider mandas only. Let's think about our future.
Okay. How about you? What do you think about?
Actually, about money, I'm the kind of person who wants to be independent. You get so. I want to get anything by my own, or even if I get some help, it should be not that much. Like my participation or my contribution about everything that I want should be like much higher than whatever other people help me with. So I like money because it's not like I like money, but then I like what money does. Because it's nothing as long as it helps you to do something. Yeah, so I'm a kind of person who wants to be independent, and money helps me be independent. So that is why I care about money.
So gathering from what all three of you just told me, for some it's about independence, for some it's about living good lives, for some it's about, knowing when to take care of yourself and not depend on, and not be irresponsible, right? So at our age, most of us aren't employed, right?
Yes.
Most of us are still in school. Where would you say our sources of money are? Where do we get money generally at our age?
For me, work.
Okay, well, those are not employed. I'm guessing. Then are you employed? Do you have?
You're part-time worker. Actually, I'm not employed, but it doesn't mean that I can do something. Like like having a job doesn't mean you're employed, because sometimes people are not even part-time workers because you have something to do today which is going to give you money, but tomorrow you don't have it. I think they're called gig jobs, so the gig economy, yeah. So this is when you can get something to do now, but then you don't have it tomorrow. So maybe that is where you get money. Or
Your income is pocket money.
not really, because when I'm at home I don't get pocket money, but then
You have
Then
money.
you start saving.
So that's kind of what I'm asking. When we're at school, we have pocket money, most
Yes.
of us. But when we're home,
yeah.
since we're not at school, they don't give us pocket money. So where do you get money from? when you're at
Yeah, I get it out of simple things that I do. Like
gigs. The
Exactly.
gigs you were saying.
Yeah.
Okay, Shamila, about you.
These people are too lucky, you know. People have gigs actually. You should be even employing us, you know, because we don't have somewhere to get that money after school. Because actually, you get a pocket money for a month, and then after a month they give you another. Trust me, that's just for mandazi. And then after school, when you go home, you'll be like, Mom, I need to go somewhere. Where? This and this and this. Ah, that's not important. Just sit there, sleep. Be like, oh my God, where am I going to be getting this money? You see, we're taking into consideration as in where I'm sitting here, somewhere that I get the funds that I use, it is just from my parents for now. Because I don't have any part-time job. I don't have anything to do in addition after classes. Yeah, that's something that I consider. Maybe like after I don't know where it will be coming from, but actually, yeah, if you don't have a job, how could you be surviving if those parents are not also
We
there?
actually survive by our parents.
We actually survive.
Yeah, that is kind of the answer that I was looking for.
Yeah.
The main source of money for
Parents.
teenagers is their parents.
Yeah.
They get it from their parents. And you know, it's, apart from
I
Boris
doubt
is
if he's a
employed,
parent,
they also have gigs, but the rest, the money is from the parents.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite a problem sometimes because, you know, when he or she doesn't agree with what you're going to do, they won't give you the money and then
Yeah.
you're just sitting there. But this brings us to other topic in this topic, which is saving. So who has personally saved or is saving? So I can ask the question.
I'm saying.
You're saving.
Nick is old.
So can you walk us through the process of how you started and how it went and how much is okay? I get some information as private, but generally.
Okay, generally saving is, okay, I started saving of recent because I had realized that there are some things I literally need. And at my age, there are things I cannot ask for. There is this age you get to, and then there are some things you can't ask your parents for. So which means you have to provide yourself. So I started saving because I had realized that there are some things I want that my parents can't provide. Not because they're not wealthy, but because they can't buy me that. Because I'm also a grown man, right? So what I'm just saying here is I started saving just after me realizing that there are some things I wanted. Maybe, what else can I say? And that right now, my pockets are fine, they're okay, and I can survive regardless.
Yeah. So how did you start? Was it like, did you have like a specific source of income where you started saving from? Is it the job?
I started saving from school.
Okay. How did that happen?
Well,
Did you have like an account, a piggy bank?
it's okay. Well, I started at a low rate at saving 10% of my pocket money. I say 10% will be saved for use what? In vacation. Yes. This guy knows I buy for him at school.
Yeah.
He's saved.
Okay.
That's why he's looking at me smiling. My guy.
Okay. So Boris is Danny. How about you?
Actually, I also kind of started saving.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of. Because, you know, sometimes we're
Poor
students.
saving.
Wait, we're students and then we're not professional savers. Because, you know, some
I
people
don't
say,
think there is such a thing as professional
yeah, there are people who are very
savers, so-
professional at that. You know, at school we have some students who are like, I'm going to use just 10% and the rest, 90% of my pocket money is going to be saved. Some people are like that. But then me, I'm like, life is very short. You get, so if life
Or
is
you
very
will
short,
survive.
Yeah.
wait,
Why save?
no,
Why save if it's
no,
too short?
that's not the fact, because I serve personally, but then I also remember life is short. If I don't live my life today and use my money today,
Yeah.
I might not be there tomorrow.
That is a poor mentality.
Because you know, money has value today than tomorrow. So
Poor mentality.
No, it's not a poor mentality.
We'll get
Because
to
I
that.
save a little amount of, if I have this amount of money, like I save a little bit of it when I have maybe like a certain thing to do. Like if I want to buy something, for example, if I want to buy a watch, now I say I'm going to save this amount of money such that at this time I'm going to buy a watch. I'm going to be able to do that. But in the meantime, when I've already saved for the watch, I eat my money.
So you're saying you're a part-time saver. You only
Exactly.
save when you need something,
I only save when I need something.
and then it's just all about enjoying life.
Exactly.
Jamila, how about you?
Well, as an economist, I can say that saving is just taking some part of what you own and then put it aside. Because when sometimes you just don't own, you just don't even earn something, So then how can you save without earning? As a high school student who is about to go outside of high school,
It's about to graduate.
about to graduate. These people will be still in high school. I'm so sorry, but then
We in Cambridge, man. We in Cambridge. We might even
that's
end
it.
in
It's
very
Kagarama
soon.
country.
Kagarama has Cambridge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
institution.
This
Oh.
is Cambridge. You know this program of the government building more classes to build Cambridge.
Okay, that's a new information actually. So as high school students, because you just have, as in going back to the pocket money, so then if you have 5,000,
Yes.
you'd be thinking like, I'll be taking 500 and then putting it aside, and then after that 5,000, actually after a month it will be over, and then you just don't have somewhere to get another 5,000, and you'll be saying I have already saved. Why not use that? Because when you're still in school, actually, believe me, it's really hard to be saving. As in, okay, if you're that rich, you can save. If you know that after this I'll be getting something again, after this I'll be getting something again, you can save. But then there are these times which are really hard, so that you can't even, you can't sleep thinking that you have money on mobile money. You'll be saying, trust me, I'll be using that money. Actually, in high school, yeah, I can say that it is really hard to save, actually. But then after high school, okay, we'll be thinking.
I think even after high school, it's hard for adults to save. So
But actually, in high school, it's also hard because trust me, you save when you have money.
Mm.
When you don't have money, you don't save.
well, this big boss is going to tell us how he saves. How can you learn how to save,
How you can learn how to save? It's
considering all the conditions in high
Consider all
school?
these
and-
conditions. As in, when you don't have money, how can you be
the
saving?
first thing you should tell yourself is money is sweet.
Exactly, it is.
Indeed,
Mm.
right? So don't waste money on simple things
Like,
that last for such a short time.
example.
Because, my God,
What a
buying, buying these chapatis at school, their last in the stomach is for only, let me say, 4 hours. Right? But you can save that small amount of money and top it up to some other money and then buy something productive like a watch that can last for about what? 2 months or 3 months.
Mhm. When you're hungry,
So
That's
when
it's-
you're hungry.
hunger will never go away.
Mhm.
It will
Wait.
always be
Actually, no, wait. If you're just saying
No,
that
that's
hunger will
what
never
I
go
did.
away, okay, why eat? Even if hunger will never go away, why
That's
eat?
a poor idea because actually, instead of like foregoing something you need in life, like eating is something you need. So if I forgo that and then I say I'm not going to buy maybe a donut just because I want to save, that's not right. But then I'm just going to say if I were about to buy two, why not buy one and save the other?
Yeah, very
thing?
good.
But
Are we actually saving in teenage years or
Yeah.
relate to something else?
Mhm.
So I wanted to relate it to something else so that we understand the concept, right? We are all understanding this concept because we are teenagers. We are not looking so further, right? Because at times when you become a man, right? When you get married, when a child is hungry, your wife is hungry, you're hungry too. But you waste that old money in what? In only meals. You will not be able to buy a screen. You will not be able to buy what? Mattress. You will not be able to buy what? Cups and spoons and what? So this age is preparing us for that kind of state, for that manhood, for that that kind of life. So today I might have to say that let me try treating myself like a man. Let me try saving so that I also get something in the end. right? Let me not say that the only thing that I should take into my money is what? Is only food. Because food will last for a short period of time. But then there is something I can buy that will be more productive and more interesting and could be so sweet. There are some things you buy and getting them, it also kills the hunger, right? Let me say I'm buying a new brand, what? Let me say watch. A fine watch, right? It will kill the hunger. Just because you've saved this, you've struggled enough
Actually,
to
the
have
satisfaction
something,
you get.
right?
You
So
agree
that
with
is
that?
what I mean.
So you're agreeing that
He
buying a watch
agrees.
will
He
kill hunger.
agrees. He
No,
agrees.
the fact is,
Buying a watch will kill
no,
hunger.
wait, trust me, if you're hungry today, but then you saved your money to buy something that is good in the
Very
future,
nice.
when you get it, you're going to be like, you're going to be very happy.
Okay,
And
so
then
there
you'll
is
be
not
satisfied.
one
There is
question on that
nothing that will
question,
come
one
after
question.
his mind.
Please, one question. If you're saying that you'll be saving to buy a watch and then you're hungry,
Yes.
you just say that I'm saving my money to buy a watch.
Exactly.
And then you're hungry. So then what if even tomorrow you won't be having something to eat? Will you still be saving for that watch?
Actually, I agree with
Saving.
Shamila. So
No,
the
wait,
conditions
a simple
in
point.
high school don't allow you to
Please.
think like
It
that.
is.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. Saving is a process.
It is.
Right? It's a process. I'll save today, I'll save tomorrow, I'll save tomorrow. Right? Though it's a poor mentality, but again, it's okay. Right? I'll see if I'm saving. Because what you guys are saying is like, you have money saved, maybe let me say I have 1K saved. I have money saved and I'm hungry. Let me go and take fanta, let me go and get chapati and mandas. Then you finish the whole 1K. But at least if you have a saving of 1K, let me at least say, let me eat one chapati, at least it will keep my hunger for just till what? Lunchtime. Or till what? Dinner. Right? So that I eat and then get what? Satisfied. Right? Let me not use the whole saving. But again, let me use a small saving to satisfy my what? My hunger.
So the concept should be how to properly save, not how to save.
Okay, maybe that.
Because I'm understanding her point, but I'm also understanding your point. So the problem is most teenagers don't know how to properly save.
Yes.
It's not that they don't know how to save.
They know that saving is reaching to some amount of money and using it completely,
Yeah.
getting it done.
So I think that should be the new topic, how to properly save, right?
Yeah.
So as a person who, I think you told me you've been saving, you too kinda, you said kinda.
Save, yeah.
I don't know, you
Never
told
saved.
I didn't say that I never save.
You
I
just, she
said
said
that
it's
then I-
hard.
That's-
She
that's
said
not
it's
It is hard, but I
It's
do.
just keeping. It's just keeping.
for use and revision. Actually,
Really?
it's kind of saving because
Yeah,
if
exactly,
you keep
saving.
money for use and
Yeah.
get a revision,
Mm,
it's
no,
saving.
No.
It's saving. Ah.
In the next second,
Okay.
as she said, I got it having mobile money. Eating her. That
Okay,
concept.
so Danny, what is your concept of properly saving? What would you describe?
Like my concept is like first to know why you need money. Yeah. Because
I think it would be better if it went in steps so that everyone can understand.
yeah, I think the first step is learning the fact that why do you need money? Like, do you want to do anything? Do you want to buy something? And then when you know why you need money, then you're going to know how much do I need for this. And then if I need 5,000, and then I'm going to ask myself, how much money do I get? Maybe per month, per year, or any amount of time. And then you're like, if I get maybe 5,000, and I consider I can survive by using 50% of it, then I'm maybe going to use 10%. I'm maybe going to use to save 20% of it. So the first thing is, why do you need money? How much do you need? And then, like, what amount of money do you have? Because you cannot save what you don't have. Yeah. So when you know what amount of money you have, then you're going to save a little percentage of it, and about time you're going to have the money you need to maybe use for what you need.
Yeah, so that's your
Yeah, I
plan.
think that's how I do it.
You have to know
Why do I
why
need
do you
money?
need the money?
Yeah, so I
how
want to
much
buy a
you
watch.
Can, uh-huh.
How much is it? 5,000.
Can I afford to save that money?
I can afford it because maybe if I get 10,000 for pocket money, and then I'm going to say, and they need 5,000 out of it.
Yeah.
Of course, I cannot save 5,000 at just once because I need to eat. Yeah, now I'm going to save maybe 2,000, and then next month I have 2,000.
Yeah.
But sometimes when it's very urgent,
Mm.
like I have to take the risk and then use part of my pocket money, and then I wait for next month.
Yeah. So Shamila, about you, how would you describe properly saving?
Well,
Though Boris is accusing you of not saving for some reason.
I'm disappointed.
don't be disappointed, come on. Because I save and I use my saving code because I actually save for using my
But
saving.
that's the reason.
So,
That's the
So-
reason for saving.
that's
You cannot save when you
actually-
don't use the money.
You save and then you use it.
Exactly.
So I'll be answering as an economist. Actually, money is
Yes,
not
but-
what it is.
Graduating
It is what it does, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if money is what
Everyone
it does,
quotes that. Man is not what it is.
yes,
Economics
money is
students.
not what it is.
But what
It is
it
what
does.
it does.
Yeah.
So thinking about that, you'd be like, there is this time that you think as in, how would I be saving 100? What will be helping me? But then when you think about that 100, it can buy something, it can buy airtime. So then when you think of that, actually think about what money can do, not what it is, as in not how much it is.
Yeah.
So then when you think about what it can do, you'll be saving even 50. Yeah, so then the more you save it, it will be getting more and more. So then that is the way of properly saving. That's something that we should be all quoting. Money is not what it is what it does.
Okay.
Money is just paper.
It is not just a paper.
What do you mean by money is what?
You know, that's kind of going into economics, but actually.
Okay.
I thought you all do
They need to
economics.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to understand. When I say that money is not what it is, I mean that money is not how much it is. Okay, it is not 100, it is not 200. Money is what it can do.
So Boris, what is your concept of properly saving?
It's in steps.
Yeah.
So my kind of saving, what I can idea you guys to save is, first of all, analyze your income. Know that I earn this amount of income, because you're not going to save like some other person because you don't know their wealth, right? Know that this is my income. Know that in the end, my level of demand, what I want, is at this rate. How much money do I need to consume? How much money do I need to use to provide myself with all these things? You know what to do. Then you start out straight away saving for the kind or for the rate at which you highly demand. That is how.
That's a scientific concept. For people who don't do economics
I
like
have-
me, try
okay.
to break it down
I
in
can break it
easier
down.
ways.
You don't take economics.
I take math, physics, and
Oh,
computer
yeah.
science.
Good enough, you've met me. I'm a perfect economist. What I have to tell you is demand is the level at which you want something. How
As in, it's
how
the
can I-
ability or the capability.
To pay for something you want.
Yes.
to pay for something I
Eh,
want. Maybe I need
that's
this
the
phone,
demand.
I need these glasses, I need this face mask.
Did you buy that?
Yeah, I bought it.
You bought it?
I have a box.
Mm.
Good. So what I want to tell you is that if I know this is what I want, there are some people that don't demand a lot. Right? They keep at their stage. Right? For me, if I want this, I want this, I want this, I need a lot of things, I need a lot of accessories. Then I'll have to know that I'm different. I have to what? I have to save for this kind of things that I want. Right? That is how you can go forward.
So it's all about knowing how much you spend, and
Knowing
then
yourself, first of all. It's
Yeah.
in simple terms, knowing yourself.
okay. So I think everyone got that. You choose the way you want. If it's Shamila's, if it's Denise or Boris's. So I think the last question of the topic is, well, our life is basically divided into two separate lives. We have the life at school and the life we live, which we're at home. Yeah. So how would you suggest someone makes money at school, and then you're going to tell us how would you suggest someone makes money at home? Apart from obviously at home it's obvious, employment and gigs, and then I think the point is school. How would a person make money at school?
Making money at school is sometimes impossible.
No, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible, but in some cases it's not possible.
Because you're doing two things at the same time. You're
No,
at school.
not just doing two
Multitasking
things at
has
the same
never
time,
been
but
impossible.
you know, how do you make money at school? Do you have a business there?
Maybe
You
if you
can.
say
That's kind of
But
my
you
question,
can't.
so you guys should brainstorm.
unless
about
if
it.
you steal.
Yes, unless. Or, you know, some people at school are funny, like they lend you money and then like when you're going to pay, you pay them with interest.
Yeah, actually,
They're
yeah.
not funny.
That's not even a
It's,
good
it's
idea.
smart. It's very
No,
smart.
it's not.
idea.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good
a smart idea, but
I
to
actually
some
think it's
people
a
who do
good
not
one.
have money, because it's like expecting that. Because if I borrow you like 5,000 when I truly need that money, and you know I cannot afford 5,000, and that is why I'm lending, like I'm borrowing that from you, and then you charge me an interest of maybe 50% of it. Trust me, that's not really fair. Like
Actually,
it's
Then you don't know
okay,
And that's
where I
cool.
go to school, there was a guy who did
Then you
that, but
don't know
I
yourself.
think for some reason, when the administration found out, they shut him down because
Exactly.
it's illegal.
It's
for some
illegal,
reason.
yeah. That's why making money at school is some kind. Like, you know, an example at school, like no students is allowed to do any business. Like, you know, those guys who have been, like we had a group of people, like they were shaving.
Mhm.
Like they used to shave other students and then the students would pay them. But at some extent, they stopped there and they were like, you don't have to make money at school. Like there is no business for students here at
But
school.
then I don't like that kind of.
It is not good, you know.
It's
Yeah,
not good.
it's
You're
not
killing the
good.
entrepreneurship.
As
Again.
in, we were studying for making something actually.
Yeah.
So then if they are stopping those kids there at school, okay, if they're shaving, it is
So your
not...
fellow students are the market.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the market, exactly.
Trust me, they don't have money. Because the money they have is from their parents. And they give them pocket money just to like maybe buy at the canteen or else.
I think
But then
So-
shaving, it is something, it is part
The
of
bad
what
thing,
you have
the
to do
bad
at
thing
school.
is charging them the amount they can't afford. But man, look at all those private shows.
Private
Exactly. These
Those private shows
Yeah.
we make at school. you
Private
know,
shows?
Like
Yeah.
what?
What are those?
Yes.
It's a kind of an event where like you prepare an event and then for you to enter you have to pay an hour to
Mhm.
attend.
Maybe
And
it's
then
100.
An
it is
entertainment
okay
thing. Yeah.
also.
Show
Yeah,
them a movie, 100.
Mm.
That they can afford.
Yes.
And then that's also the way of making money. Okay, it is
Yeah,
hard,
it's hard, but then
but it is not impossible.
But then when that all comes, when you put your mind all in that and making money at school, you leave the whole topic of what?
Of going to school, like studying.
You don't. It
You do,
depends.
just when you do.
It depends on your level or your capability of
That's
thinking.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
So then if you think that you have to be making money because you need it, it is not just out of pleasure. Just, okay, you really need it. So then you'll be doing that. If you're shaving, fine, you shave that after classes and then you go back to your books. It is also very good. It is very possible.
We concluded that it's hard, but it's possible. at
Very.
school.
In some schools, impossible.
Yeah, in this way it's impossible, I promise you that. But thank you very much for your wisdom and knowledge. It has been a pleasure, and I think everyone learned something. Please do start to save because tunashash, right? There's some things you can't ask for at this age and you really need them. So we encourage everyone to save and to care about their finances and not spend ridiculously because it's not really important. You guys, everyone has their own question and then they're going to answer honestly. Honestly, right? No, it's nothing bad, just normal questions. You just have to answer them honestly. The first one goes to
Then of course.
yeah, okay, fine, let it go to them. What is the strangest dream you've ever had?
Some cases I don't dream.
No, the one you remember, it was so strange, Kurijo, you still remember it today.
Like, so strange. And yeah, sometimes when I dream, I forget or I don't. There are two things. I dream and forget or I don't even dream. So trying to remember, like,
Okay, wait, I'll change the question. It's
yeah,
fine.
maybe specific.
Okay, what is, okay, this one is good. Who would be the worst person to be stuck in an elevator with?
The worst person.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friend who freaks out. I don't know a specific friend, but like I would not be stuck in an elevator with someone who freaks out.
I'm not saying graphically tell me something, like there is a specific person
again,
you like would never be stuck in an elevator with. Who is that person and why?
Specific person.
You don't have to mention their names.
Hey.
You can just give them a code name and then you
Bro,
say why
that
you
one.
never be stuck with them.
It's my friend, and the reason is they freak out. That is it.
Your friends freak out.
Yeah.
What do you mean by freak
All of
out?
Shout
them.
out to them.
Eh?
What do you mean they freak out?
You don't get it. But you know.
Not be honest. This is a safe space. This is a safe space.
Why is it so hard to let out the name?
No, it's also
No,
hard.
it's a
But,
shout out.
You can
It's
say
good.
the
They're
name,
going
it's
on
okay.
YouTube.
It's okay.
but I think,
Okay, fine. Don't tell us the person. Just tell us why you'll never be stuck with them.
why? First of all, they freak out.
I don't understand what that means.
You know, yeah, some people they have this fear. You see, they're being stuck in an elevator. They don't know how they're going to go out. And then
Okay, that's the first reason.
yes, and then if it was a person of a different gender, now you see it's going to be.
Hey.
I agree.
What is kind
no.
of...
Ah,
I'll be honest.
you know,
Now we
like
get the point.
no, that's the fact is like when people are like in some place alone, different genders, boys can testify.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them.
Yes, and you've ever been in that position.
No, I've
So-
never.
You see, it kind of gets complicated, but I would wish to be stuck in an elevator with a boy, because like boys are like kind of very much confident, strong, and then yeah, and it will be difficult like being stuck with a different gender with a gun. Yeah.
So,
So you don't want this side.
okay.
That's
You don't want to be stuck
Yeah,
with
with
them.
that
It's
guy.
the
I
worst
want to be
person
stuck.
you'd be stuck with.
Yes.
Okay.
Because of the influence of those who are seeing us.
Boris,
Yeah.
a question
Yeah,
to you.
it's us.
Okay, Shamila. Tell us the weirdest thing you're obsessed with.
I have?
Like something that is so weird, but you have an obsession with it.
What's that thing?
You can change the question if you want.
Try and change it. Let's see. Change the question.
Okay, here's the question. Another question is, what weird or useless talent do you have?
Okay. we use
Talent.
Yeah, something
It's
that is
weird,
so
weird,
useless or
or
weird
useless.
to you.
And it's a talent.
Singing.
How is that useless or
As in,
weird?
it's too useless.
Why?
Why? People
It's
make
not
money out of music.
As in, I don't use it.
So
I
you know
want
how
to
to
be
sing.
going somewhere and then they will
Wait,
be asking me.
I think
can you sing?
we're all
Give us a
missing a
cappella.
point. You know how
Give
to
us a
sing.
cappella.
It
Just
is
give us a
useless. I just say that
No,
it's
it's useless because you've not yet started using it.
Small
So
line.
maybe
Yeah,
this
so
could be a
you're
start.
going to make it useful.
No,
Yeah,
I'm,
well, no,
I'm also a good singer. Trust me,
Okay,
I'll
so
help you.
you're going
I'll
to be
help
helping me. So start and then.
No, you
No,
start
you're the
and
lead
help
singer,
me.
obviously. So you help.
You start and
They have started.
because actually music is making a lot of money these days. So if you are about to sing, trust me.
I'll try give us a cappella, man.
One small line, short line.
I'm singing. What song?
Any song.
Any song you want.
Choose one.
Even if
Dedicate
it's
any
Baby
to us.
Jesus or Baby Shark,
Not
whatever
Baby
you
Jesus.
want.
So these days,
Baby Shark.
you know some songs of like Ed Sheeran, those people who are like vocalists.
I'll give you a playback.
Oh yeah, no,
No,
not
no,
a
no, no.
playback.
Later.
So one song. So then I'll be showing you why it's useless. There is this song
To
of
prove to
Kide
us
and
that
Adina.
Mm.
I'm so much in love with it nowadays. It goes like, arrest me, take me to prison. I'll give you 1,000,000 reasons why you should be my. Yeah, that's it.
I'm sponsoring you from now on.
You can't say that's useless.
That is very nice. That is very nice.
It's not
You
useless.
should sing in church.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Boris, the last question goes to you, and you have to
Simple
be
question,
honest.
please.
All these people know you if you lie.
Like I am.
You're going to testify.
I volunteer.
Yes,
Testify.
they will. What is the craziest thing you've ever done?
Exactly. Specifically with a gun, maybe to make it more clear.
Okay, if you say the guy, I'll tell you my sister.
We know you don't have one, so that's.
You don't have a sister.
Of recent, my mother produced.
Eee, come
We
on.
were in lockdown.
What crazy thing could you do with a child, baby?
Thing with a child.
A crazy.
Now let's make it specific. Like a teenager.
Okay.
Eh?
Let's make
Mm.
it
Oh, you
specific.
like
Have a teenager at home.
So you're saying you have to be
Maybe
related.
at school.
Actually,
Maybe at school.
from
Yeah.
Kagarama.
The way this thing. That's
The craziest
Yeah, this
thing.
thing at
the
school.
craziest.
From
But
Kagarama
it's
can
a big
be.
question.
No,
No,
I
it's
asked you
not
what
at
is the craziest thing you've
Mm.
ever done in your life. So it doesn't have to be at home or at school. Generally, the
Okay, the
craziest,
craziest
thing
thing
you've
I've ever done.
Yes.
Don't lie.
No, I won't lie for real.
Mm.
The craziest thing. Now, because you've asked, I can't recall. But okay, ask me another question. I'll choose what is.
And my questions are over. That is the last question I have. Yeah, so you have to answer it.
You don't have another
So what was
question?
the, like, I can ask you.
You can.
Yeah, maybe you're going to choose between the two.
Okay, between the two.
Your worst moment with a girl.
I'll choose the first.
How about we give you the third and you choose?
You want it? Okay,
Uh-huh.
fine.
So then, if you're watching a movie of your whole life story till now
Yes.
with your parents,
Yes.
what's that scene
Yes.
you would forward?
With a parent.
Yeah.
No. Actually, the first one.
Okay. So what is
The
the
first
craziest?
one, the weirdest thing I've ever
The
done.
craziest.
The craziest I've ever done in my life.
Mhm.
Well, not about cows or shit.
Mm.
I'll say the craziest thing is cooking chips with water.
That's the
For real.
Bird, come on, bird. That's not
For real.
crazy.
Oh, you give us a
What
scenario.
do you want?
How did it
It's
go?
No,
not
that's
crazy.
innovative. That's
Yeah, maybe
not
give us a-
crazy.
That's
How did it go?
innovative. It is not
It was
crazy.
crazy.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Eh,
Evidence. Evidence.
well, that is the only craziest thing I've ever done.
Hey.
With the lady I haven't done, everything has ever been perfect.
Mm.
From the first, everything has ever been perfect with the lady. And what else did you ask? My
The
life has
singing.
been the most
Hey.
perfect
So
journey.
you mean they would watch the whole movie?
My parents,
Mm.
for real, they're not watching. Okay, there are some things they don't know.
Mm.
I understand, but then, yeah, I know they can be proud. They can even cry. They could fall emotional.
Okay. Okay, so Boris, we don't know if you've lied, but well,
That is
that's a question for another day. Thank you so much for everyone who has been following us, and we remind you to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to like and comment as much as you can. This is the chat brought to you by Lit Teens and the Rights Education. Have a good one.